Alto Goldfilled is a first-year student at Ortigia Academy of Magic. His teacher informs him that he has failed the summoning exam, despite perfect scores in every other subject. He can't advance unless he forms a contract with a familiar desperate. Alto visits the library hoping to find a solution. Suddenly, an old book falls directly on his head. This unlucky virgin should probably buy a lottery ticket, because the book turns out to be a forbidden grimoire on advanced summoning magic. He prepares the circle, drops a bit of his blood into it, and to his shock, he summons a completely naked demon girl with horns.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
The bombshell introduces herself as Vermeil and offers to give him whatever he wants. She seals the familiar contract with a deep kiss, then tells him she needs some of his juices. Sorry, I meant mana. She's a demon who requires a lot of thick, warm mana to stay materialized in this world for his first command. The super virgin Alto nervously orders her to put on his sister's clothes, classic protagonist brain.
Stop it. Get some help.
Later, Vermeil reveals that Alto possesses insanely potent mana, the kind that's basically poison to normal familiars. That's why he kept failing. She also admits she was sealed inside that old book for centuries because he freed her, and he's surprisingly handsome. She decides to become his familiar for real. The next day at school, Vermeil pretends to be a normal human who's contracted with Alto. She flashes the contract mark on her chest to the perverted old teacher, who immediately passes him. During class, she sits extremely close while helping him take notes. Lilia, clearly jealous, shouts that she's a much better note-taker and tells Vermeil to take better damn notes or he'll fail, you horned slut. The teacher kicks Lilia out. After class, things get heated. Lilia rips off her tie, throws it like a gauntlet, and challenges Alto to a duel. If she wins, he has to keep Vermeil locked in his room unless her services are required. Vermeil chimes in. If Alto wins, Lilia has to do anything he wishes. Lilia gets shy, thinking she's too young for the kind of extracurricular activities running through her head, not realizing Alto has the sexual maturity of a 5-year-old boy who definitely isn't named Rudius Greyrat. The duel begins. Lilia summons her high-class wind spirit Sylphide and launches a powerful attack. Vermeil casually blocks it and counters with seductive magic that leaves Lilia dripping and horny. She loses badly. Alto, being a merciful anime protagonist, simply orders her to become friends with Vermeil. That night, Vermeil drains Alto's mana again through intense kissing. She explains that being sealed for centuries left her weak, so she needs to suck him dry regularly. Anshi also hints that plot development read getting railed is another very effective way to recharge.
If you find kissing all the time too annoying for you, there are more effective ways of draining your mana. Want to give it a go?
Alto, still a massive virgin, says he's fine with just the kisses for now. The next day, a high-class dragon familiar approaches them aggressively. Vermeil flicks it away like a mosquito. All the boys immediately forget about the fight and stare at Vermeil's massive watermelons instead. Hard to focus when they take up half your field of vision. Later, everyone's gossiping about them. In class, the teacher explains that familiars become incredibly loyal if treated with love and care. In the next lesson, they learn that demon seals are made of hundreds of layers of barriers, theoretically impossible to break. Yet here we are. After class, they run into Rex, a 5th-year dragon rider. Rex threatens them, but Alto blasts him with advanced crystal magic. Rex easily breaks it and summons his dinosaur familiar. Vermeil amplifies Alto's mana and he destroys the dinosaur. That night, Alto shares his dream of becoming a platinum square mage. Vermeil promises to help him, but first says she's running low on mana again and needs his late-night services. The demon sure knows how to negotiate. The next day, they meet Cheryl and Mark's parson. Suddenly, the headmaster summons Cheryl, Alto, and Lilia for a special trial. Retrieve a rare fairy flower by 6 p.m. The winner becomes class representative. Lark rushes in with his beetle familiar and immediately gets eaten by a plant monster. Cheryl drops out to save him. The trio finds the flower guarded by a Cerberus. Ilia drinks an invisibility potion and sneaks past it, but has to strip naked in front of Alto because the potion only works on bare skin. While invisible and embarrassed, she gets close until the third head notices her. Alto distracts the beast while Vermeil finishes it off. Lilia grabs the flower, but her potion wears off at the worst moment, exposing her completely. The wind then blows the flower straight to Cheryl, who wins. The next day, Vermeil is happily enjoying modern sweets while Alto realizes he still doesn't know much about her past. Suddenly, Chris Westland, captain of the Dragon Riders, one of only 7 Gold Square mages, and a student council executive appears. Out of nowhere, Vermeil smothers Alto's face between her massive watermelons, suffocating him in the softest way possible, because cultured content demands it, and damn, it's a pleasure for our eyes. Lilia shoves the giant balloons away and snaps, "Keep your baby bumpers away from my man, you horned cow." Later in the locker room, Lilia and Cheryl change clothes. Lilia declares she doubts Vermeil is actually human and decides to expose her. Meanwhile, Vermeil sneaks into the boys' locker room to tease Alto. All the virgin boys think today is their lucky day, especially that one guy in the corner looking way too happy. Alto warns her to stay low-key so they don't attract the student council, but the trio soon runs into the 5 student council members. Chris locks eyes with Vermeil, and an intense staring contest begins. Later, Alto takes a shower and talks to himself about how great it feels. He suddenly hears Vermeil's voice and thinks he's imagining it in his head, so he casually chats back. 5 minutes later, he realizes she's actually there. Vermeil pins the prude against the wall and says, "You're pretty jacked for someone who acts like he's never seen tits before." She hugs him, pressing her gigantic watermelons against his chest, and whispers she'll do anything he wants. She kisses him deeply and promises to make all his dreams come true. Lucky bastard. We then see Chris brutally beating Rex for losing to an underclassman. The next day, Alto, Vermeil, and Lilia visit Rex in the hospital. After hearing what happened, Alto gets pissed and challenges Chris to a duel. She praises his courage and summons her powerful dragon, Familiar Whirlwind. Vermeil gives Alto a mana-charging kiss. Chris notices his golden mana and gets serious. The fight is intense. Alto's crystal magic gets countered by Chris's flames. Birmingham tries to protect him but gets burned. Chris launches more fire attacks out of frustration. Vermeil goes all out with Alto, and they fire a massive crystal attack. Chris dodges on her dragon and counters with multiple fire blasts. In the end, Alto and Vermeil use a giant crystal as a diversion, jump into the air, and Alto holds a crystal knife to Chris's throat, claiming victory. Alto instantly becomes popular with the girls, making Lilia jealous as hell. She can't believe a super prude like him is pulling so many chicks, but she accepts reality and starts plotting how to eliminate the competition. Rex later meets Chris while she's doing chores as punishment. She surprisingly apologizes and they mend their friendship. At night, Vermeil kisses Alto in his sleep. He wakes up hard as a rock and tells her not to do that because the beast underneath comes out of its cave and it's hard for me to sleep. Vermeil replies she loves him and jumps on him, massive assets in the front lines, ready for an intense 30,000 free Greek-style battle. The next day, Alto wonders if a demon can truly fall in love with a human. He asks Professor Obsidian, who says succubi exist, but they're usually only interested in a man's huge mana load. Feels bad, man. Alto asks Vermeil if she only likes him for his thick mana. She hugs him and says she needs it to survive, but then kisses him without draining any, proving her feelings are real. A female student later visits Professor Obsidian's office. He manipulates and injects her with something that leaves her frozen. The news spreads. It's the 4th attack this year. The student council, Ruva Shinaji and Jessica Schwartz, decides to hunt the culprit. Alto gets homework to write a detailed report on his familiar, including precise body measurements at night. Vermeil strips naked for science and your grades. Meanwhile, Lilia uses an invisibility potion, sneaks into Alto's room, and spies from behind the bookcase. Alto measures Vermeil's bust size very thoroughly for that A+. Lilia, the biggest pervert in this anime, gets turned on watching his technique. In a flashback, we see Chris helped Rex hatch his dragon when they were young. It becomes clear Rex is being controlled. Alto and Vermeil head to the market. Vermeil begs for sweets. He tries to act like a real man and says no, but she pulls the cute card, hugs him with her pillows, and kisses him in public without draining mana. He caves faster than you degenerate losers who clicked on this video instead of touching grass. Suddenly, Rex's brother asks for help. They arrive to see Rex going feral, spanking Chris with his mutated power. His fire attacks don't work. The student council president, Alina Kimberlite, steps in and effortlessly defeats Rex with her sword. She asks Vermeil if she knows anything, but she denies it. 3 days later, the bronze certification exam is announced. Lilia motivates Alto to pass it first try. Vermeil says she's tired and leaves him to study. On her way out, she confronts Professor Obsidian, who admits he's behind everything. He injects her with demon serum, forcing her into her true demon form. Lilia tries to seduce Alto by unbuttoning her shirt, but they hear a loud blast. A paper talisman turns into a monster blocking Alina. Obsidian puts a magic chain around Vermeil's neck to control her. Alto and Lilia arrive to see Vermeil kneeling. Obsidian reveals he's been injecting students with demon serum and now controls a real demon. Vermeil breaks free and attacks him, but Alto intervenes and gets pierced through the chest. As he collapses, he hugs her. She calms down and reverts. Vermeil cries, but Alto dies in her arms. She kisses him, miraculously healing his fatal wound. Obsidian injects himself, turning into a hideous ultimate demon hybrid. Vermeil draws on her full power and one-punches him into oblivion. Chris finishes him off from afar, but they spare his life because Alto wouldn't want murder. Alto wakes up. Lilia hugs him in tears. Vermeil explains that their mana and hearts are now linked. If one dies, the other dies too. She starts giving him the cold shoulder, saying he saw her ugly true demon form. Alto pins her against the wall, kisses her aggressively, and says he needs her now and forever. And he runs off embarrassed while Vermeil realizes he kissed her without taking mana, remembering his rule that you only kiss someone you love. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye.